Xie Jer Ji Xi Ba Nyam Ba Me Ba Tong Kong Nu Kong Den Pe Ra Shos. Now even the Moses, they understood the impermanent. Because we talk too much, and therefore, and they are already gone. And now when we realize that the impermanent, and then it's what we need to do. We need to do some inner education. And we are talking about negative emotions. And according to the negative emotions, wrongdoing things. And also, according to the negative emotions, then this diluted birth, old age, death, or sicknesses brought. And now maybe when we are concerned with the negative emotions, this negative emotion is the part of the mind's activity. If negative emotion can't grow up, negative emotions can't develop, then why not the opposite? Positive emotion, positive thoughts. And why we don't want to develop positive emotions? And the positive and the negative is, or are, and it is a truly existence. For example, we can say, anger is negative emotion. The opposite is kindness. There is existence. Killing is the negative emotions. To stop the killing is positive activities, doing correct. And stealing is the wrongdoing. And stop the stealing is the doing correct. Then there is these activities. And maybe first we can concern the negative aspect, negative emotions, wrongdoings. And negative emotion, wrongdoings, result is, it's not very good, obvious. It is not mysterious. And also it is not religious word. It is not created by the science. It's not created it's a natural like this. According our body, speech, minds. For example, we can take example. When we hurting, doing negative things to others, difficult to recognize. Killing, stealing, doing some unpleasant thing others. And we can serious to take example. When we killing the animals, humans, then the killers, why you do it, Jana? Just like this. And do you think it's others, they have some suffering? Or some is not very good killed? We don't know. Maybe it's okay. And then immediately there is, okay, now I'm going to kill you. I want to catch you and to really how do you say, to chop to you, you know. Then we start to cry, to say, no, please, you can't do it. And maybe it's like to a little bit to cut some part of finger, and or maybe to put the needle into our body. How much we are paying, 100% we cannot accept. Says, no, you can't do it. If forcefully we cannot choose, then we are begging, crying. Please, don't do it. And then it's we can to have education, absolutely, to hurting, to killing, and like these others, absolutely, it's negative. And also stolen sale. If we lose a little bit things, how much we have stinginess, sense of the lost. Oh, I lost something. Someone stolen my things, this and that. I'm angry. If I see this person, I will kill, I will beat because stolen my. When we are stolen to the other things, it's incredible. And it is like no embarrassed. It's amazing things. And it is like even the Dharma city sometimes, you know, last time there is Christians' rooms, came someone, opened the wallet and taking the monies. Even we practice Dharma, but still stealing things. It's very embarrassed things. And this is absolutely incorrect. And also it's like someone is not study Dharma. Of course, look in Dharma city, someone's even stolen our caravan, big caravan. Many things, but maybe those humans are living in the rich country, beautiful country, civilization, but they're not necessarily to robber, to stealing. But for them, it's like they got something, says, haha, yeah, I'm good because I stolen it. It's like kind of the lucky or you found something. But they do not understand the owner is how much sufferings, how much pain, how much is unhappiness. But, and these stolen, there's no educations. This stolen itself, you know, it's like when someone's stolen caravans, maybe they cry. I stolen one caravan, but someone's this also stolen my caravan. And they stolen our caravan, they are not crying, they are very happily took. But someone's they stolen, maybe they cry. And this is like lack of the education, do not understand. And also ourselves, sometimes it's absolutely, I'm often a little bit criticized, senior Buddhists. Sometimes it's like Buddhist people. Really, it's okay. Sometimes it's like in Tibet, it's a Buddhist country. It's true. Everybody say mani padme hum, but sometimes very aggressive, very like this. But they haven't got much education. You know, there's problems. It is like they can recite money, they can to recite they're taking refugee, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, but they haven't got much basic education. Then it's they like a kind of Dharma is a culture, you know. It's a little bit spiritual. And if you go to in Tibet, some nomad and like some ordinary peoples, they're absolutely doing same as normal way, the religious. And they don't know it's really Buddhist or not, no Buddhist or what. They just, if someone's praise, it's a similarity, it's like this. But that is like completely, if really you study the Buddha Dharma, Buddha's teachings, it's completely different. It is not religious, it's telling to us like truth. And in this perspective, it's maybe we concerning more negative emotion and wrongdoing. This is like we developed, we done as how many life and lifetimes. Then they check that the consequence is the samsara and suffering and unpleasant. And now it's maybe exchange. It is like more to think about the positive emotion or positive thoughts and doing the correct things. Sorry. And why not? It is, for example, we will be in the family situations. I'm often to say, I'm not teacher. I'm not teaching Dharma at all. I'm just giving the suggestions. When we be together, okay. If you give to us suggestions, we can to listen. Okay, you listened to me, I give you suggestions. Then we are like kind of the talking, sharing about the life, what we need to do. Of course, it's like in the family situations, parents love children too very much, and children love to the parents. In the family situation, each other to love very much, but sometimes they have their own individual characteristics. It's difficult cooperating, and exactly like this, sometimes suggestion doesn't work. And like this, maybe ourselves, I'm not to saying that you need to do it, you should to concern the impermanent, you should to reduce the negative emotion, you should to reduce the wrongdoing things, not at all. But we are talking about the realities, reality of the relative truth. And we're talking about in the human existence. It's a wonderful, absolutely. You're also a human being. I am a human being. All our families is human being. What we need to do, harmony, solidarity, kindness, compassionate, help to each other. And I need to learn your feeling. You need to my feeling. I need to support what you needed. And you need to support what I needed. Then it's like happiness is naturally occurring. If you show me aggressive unkindness, I show you aggressive unkindness. Where is the happiness? There is no communication. Then it's the human families, human coming together is pointless. Nothing, and better to be with animals. And there's one guy, he's married one donkey, and then his journalist said, why you married one donkey? He said, it's wonderful. Whenever I need to make sex, when I need to go to hug, it's donkeys say no. And I give nice grass, nice food, and then if I'm a married human, of course it is wonderful, but these ladies do not understand my situation. I don't understand the ladies' situation. They all the time war, like each other, aggressive, hurting each other. So complicated. Okay, why not? It's the most sometimes people to living with animals, dog, cat, and these things. Because more easy. And one is you angry, beating. Sometimes owners, they're beating. Don't beat there to make shit. Go there. Some animals, then finally you give education, they are running. But they are very much, it's like a service to us. And then it's wonderful. Like this, there's no kindness each other, no kind of the compassion each other. Then it's almost better to be. But it's really is to be together. It is very, very important. Say the human existence. Extreme good. Humans to help humans is the marvelous, extremist, happiness, skillful, and methods many. And also it's like we is talking about the impermanent. Impermanent, when you are arrived impermanent, what can we do? When I'm being the impermanent, what you can to help me? How I can to share these things? We need to talking about the impermanence. Why? Because it's impermanent, it's the truth. Impermanence we need to go arrive one day, surely, but no certainty. How, where, we don't know. It is just now we are here together, drink tea, talking about Dharma, and we need to support each other. Your knowledge give to me, I knowledge is offered to you, and maybe it's like we both side, something there is methods to find. We are like kind of bring the spatial tool and methods, pitting distortion of what is Buddha says, benefit for the impermanent. And Buddha says to develop the compassions concerning, to learn the impermanent. And then your impermanent arrive, and you can to manage. How you can to support your family, to your friends, when they are going through this impermanent. And then it's to learn, experience. Like, it is same ways. If you never flying, if you never like kind of take any aeroplanes, then it's like maybe it's can't read, write, and what it says in the ticket, and how you can to go to this. And it's a very much complicated person, this person. But maybe it's very your kind families. They have such experience to say, first you need to go to the check desk. You need to send your luggage. And after they give you one ticket, and then you go to, there is some special door, passport control, check securities. You arrive inside. Then you can to ask different your gate. And then is inside, maybe you can to share this service, which seat number. And like this, everything is drawing something. Then this person's a little bit not confused. Someone's give me information. Then I can go to, maybe this is check desk. You go to there, maybe they ask to you without reading, writing, you need to passport control, you need to check, put there. Okay, now you go to this is departure. You go to there, and maybe desk, there is no need to reading, writing. The person's telling to you. Then it's a little bit, you have a roughly imagine inside. Exactly like this, someone has most like experience of the impermanent, and we're thinking about impermanent, to learn about impermanent, how this process of the impermanent, and then we need to go through this checking desk of the impermanent. Then we have a little raft. Okay, today, now is the external dissolves, like the dissolution, which kind of I have experienced. Now I think it's the inner experience. In the one you study the powers, and externally a dissolution is occurring. You can't see, you can't hear, and some is your family is calling to you. How are you doing? You just can't hear like this. At that moment, that is the inner, my dissolution start. Okay, now I'm going to die. But, there's such petty instructions you have to go through this. Maybe if your mind is completely relaxed, not afraid, then you are watching and this departure is wonderful. You can to make yourself to empower, you make to guide yourself, and you can to make liberate yourself. This is the wonderful, and this is like we need to study. And also it's like, okay, then is like in second dissolution is finished. The inner secret dissolution, yesterday I told you, white, red, black things. Oh yes, now someone is that moment is come to liberation too. You can to like kind of transform it into your natural reality. Maybe you wake up in this space and you are freedoms, all the confusions, and forever at the mind is the freedom of the confusion. There's no existence of any negative emotions, only the like kind of positive aspect, happiness, completely. Maybe this kind of, it's necessary too early to concern. Even today, as these emotions become ever more in the grass, human lifespan. This is we already this morning studied, and fortunate, and also lifespan. Everything is decreased because we all the time thinking about negative emotion developed, and the wrongdoing things to develop. Then there is decrease of the fortune, decrease of the life spent, and then until the 10 years old. Then after like the most of the beings living in the world while disappeared during the periods of the flanger, war, and the famines. This is like kind of it's necessary. Sometimes it's too much human beings, particularly human beings. Even though sometimes it's also animals and other sentient beings, you know. Certainly some emotional is very coming. Then is the negative emotions, wrongdoing things maturated. Someone's very much become powerful and they want to kill, they want to make war, they want to destroy, to say we need to destroy to them, then we need to survive. If we kill to others, then we can to be happy. This is never the end. We have such a history in the past, and some is like negative persons. They want to like destroy animal old, but never ever succeeded. They destroyed, they're more enemies, more destroy, more enemies. They died themselves, they killed themselves, and then it's horrible things. But anyway, it's like big kind of the wars. According to the ancient times, okay, your wars, a lot of killing human beings, but of course, they're using only like assault weapons, a little bit, and really, even for example, some in the battle areas. Okay, after finish it, some in the lost, someone's winner, but then it's this corpse. Of course, still there's a little polluted, but the human corpse a little to clean up. It's okay. But this day is human disturbing emotion is too strong, become more negative aspect of mind, intelligent, created in mass like kind of the weapons. And now it is like a kind of one person using the one weapons, trillions of human beings. Almost our world is they can to destroy it. And this kind of weapons afterward, there's no grass kind of the grow up, all the vegetations and the foods, everything is become the poison, polluted. There's a naturally sickness. Then it's like then it's a plankton and the farmers. It's automatically occurring. And like this, then to this survives on the emanation of the Buddha Mutiyana, will preach, abstain stance from the killings. There is one emanation of the Buddha emanation, not really Buddha Mutiyanas, but just one emanation of the Buddha Mutiyana appeared in this our world, and it's like kind of quite taller. It's like 1 cubus taller. Maybe it's like we are that time this side, and maybe Buddha Mutiyana is like maybe 1 or 2 highest meter. And all the left or something survive human beings become very surprised. How you become like this? And then it's like he preach abstinence, means it's like because it's like I stopped the killing, I stopped stealing, I stopped to like doing negative tends or negative actions. Then I become like this. Then everybody is interested. And they stop, it's like doing negative things. And then it's again like kind of growth, again and up and like this. Maybe I want to stop a little minutes, okay?